You need to be sending thousands of cold emails a week because each one could be the golden ticket to landing your biggest customer. But at that scale, how do you ensure that your messages are landing in the right inboxes and don't get lost in the spam folder? It might seem hard, but solving that challenge is key to unlock exponential growth for your business. So in this video, I'm going to give you a foolproof system to send thousands of cold emails a week without ending up in spam, so that you can scale your outreach and close as many customers. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is that in many ways, cold emails is a numbers game. A big factor in closing a customer is actually timing. If your timing is wrong, then you might have the best offer in the world, it will not close. But if you have the right timing, you may not be the best in your field, but you will get customers just because you're at the right place at the right moment. Therefore, by just sending more and more emails, the probability that you are landing in their inbox at the right time is increased. You need to maximize your reach to capture as many opportunities as possible at any given point in time, and sending only 10 emails a day simply won't cut it in 2024. But sending hundreds of emails a day is not something you can improvise. You need to first set up the right email infrastructure to make that possible, but I promise it's worth it. The first thing you will need to set up is different email accounts, because you won't be able to send safely from only one address that you already use in your day-to-day. And also, it is not really a best practice to send cold emails from your primary domain. We'll separate your cold outreach from your day-to-day operation by buying different domain names that are separated from your primary websites. So for example, if your business is like company.com, you will buy separate domains like getcompany.com, trycompany.com, etc. And you will be sending cold emails from there. One tool that I like if you need ideas for alternate domains to buy is to go to Namecheap and use their beast mode. So you just go to Namecheap websites, go to bulk domain search, and there you will just type your domain here. Let's say my primary domain is domain.com, so I'll just type domain here. In the TLD, we'll just stick with .com. You don't want to go into other domain because it can be associated with spam. So we'll just stick with .com. If you really need a lot of domains, you can possibly include .net, but .com should be your first to go. And then we'll just toggle this append prefix and suffix, and it will already have some good starting point for things to add to the domain name. And then you basically just click so generate. You can tick the option hide unavailable. I won't do it because otherwise it won't show me anything here because I'm using domain.com. So obviously they will all be taken. But in your case, with your existing company name, you will see a lot of them that should be available if your company name is not something very common. And you will just have to register all of those and just create an email address using Outlook or Gmail on each of those domains, the same way you have your primary email address. So let's say you're called John and you have an existing email, john@domain.com. You will do that for all the separate domains that you have here. So you will create a john@getdomain.com, john@thedomain.com, john@middomain.com, etc., etc. The next thing you want to do is warm up those email domains. And that's important for two reasons. One is that you've only registered those domains like very recently, and domain age is a risk factor related to spam. Obviously, spammers are buying domains and sending emails right away, so we'll let it age a little bit. And the second reason is that a big factor in spamminess on the email side is email reputation, domain reputation. And that's something you need to build over time. And when you're just starting out, you don't have a good email reputation, you don't have any reputation. So you have first to get a little more trusted by the email providers before starting to send actual campaigns. And to do that, the best practice currently is to connect your email domain to a warm-up pool. So those are tools that will generate email traffic by automatically sending emails to every inbox in the pool and mark them as not spam. If they land in the spam folder, they will automatically read and reply to each other's emails to create a sense of legitimate activity. So there's many tools out there doing that. One tool I recommend is to use something like Smart Lead that you can use afterwards to send your actual email campaigns as well. And using that tool, you will be gradually increase the volume of emails you'll be sending. So the first day you will maybe send 1 email, the second day 2 emails, third day 3 emails, etc. And you do that over 2 to 3 weeks, more if you want to be extra safe. And you just scale very gradually, because the last thing you want in email is something that is not stable in volume. So you want to gradually go and increase up to whatever volume you want to be sending every day from the inbox, like 20 to 25 emails, for example. And only after that warm-up period, you can start sending your actual campaigns to real humans. But the same thing applies when you first start your campaign. Don't go straight into sending 20 emails a day. Again, start sending your campaigns with low volume, like 2 to 3 emails every day, and gradually increase. And also you need to keep the warm-up on, because it will give you a safety layer by creating a legitimate activity, and you just put your sales campaigns on top of that activity. Overall, you should be sending up to around 50 emails a day from a given inbox, 25 of which should be warm-up activity, 25 of which should be your sales campaign. That's not a hard rule, that is more of a rule of thumb. If you want to play with a different ratio between warm-up and sales campaigns and the volume, you can play with it, but this is a good starting point. So from that, you can backtrack to whichever volume you want to send to know how many inbox you need to set up. For example, if I want to send 500 emails a day, I'm gonna set them up so that they send 25 emails a day in terms of sales campaigns per inbox. Then I know that I will need at least 20 inboxes to do my campaigns. And there you go, you basically now have the blueprint of how to scale your cold email campaigns. Because if you now want to send 1,000 emails a day instead of 500, then you know that you only need 40 total inboxes. And so from the principle remains the same, and you have the full processes, and you just need to do the work depending on whatever volume you want to manage, because obviously after that there's also the other paths of cold emails that need to be handled as well. You need to source the emails, write the relevant copy, and handle the replies, and that takes time as well. So you can't just send an infinite numbers of emails with decent quality. So depending on your team size, that number you can manage effectively will change. On that note, I want to leave you with 2 quick tips and mistakes I see people do. So the first one is just sending volume for the sake of volume. As I just mentioned, you need to be sending as much volume as you can decently handle in terms of the other parts of the process, while maintaining a decent quality in the terms of the copy you're sending to people. So you don't want to blast thousands of emails every single day. See, all you're sending is total crap copy that is irrelevant and to people that don't care about your messaging. The golden principles of cold email obviously still apply, and apply even more when you're doing volume. So start first by sending relevant copy to relevant people that could be really genuinely interested in your offer. Make it work for 100 emails a day, and only if you have enough resources to scale that, then yes, obviously go and send it to more people. You're making yourself a disservice if you're not helping more people by solving their problems, right? And the second mistake I see people do at scale is not caring enough about their email availability. Again, what may not be as important if you're sending 10 emails a day will become very important and impactful when you're sending hundreds, thousands of emails a day. So things like bounce rate, reply rate need to be monitored so that campaigns that aren't performing should be shut down. And if you're sending emails to crap emails, invalid emails, and you're getting high bounce rate, then it will completely destroy your email reputation. You need to make sure that you have a good email source that provide verified emails so that you can safely scale your emails. Otherwise, you will never be able to land in the inbox by sending to 10-20% of emails that are invalid. And for that, I obviously recommend a high quality data provider such as Findymail to find your email and build your email list, or to verify your existing email list if you already have one. And if you want to learn more about how to do any of those, I'll put links in the description and maybe a few videos here and there with more details. So that's it. If you reached the end of this video, you now know exactly how to send thousands of cold emails every week without ending up in spam. So if you're interested in building high quality email lists, definitely check out Findymail by clicking the first link in the description. And if you want to learn more about how to build lead lists from Sales Navigator, click the video on the screen. So that's all for today. Let me know in the comments how your next campaign goes, and I'll see you in the next video.